Hey, 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 English learners. Welcome back to the Daily English Podcast, your favorite place to learn real English, easy English, everyday English, the kind of English you actually use in real life.
And we are so happy you are here today, friends. So happy. I am Abel, and as always, I am here with the amazing Anna, and together we are your two English friends. Not teachers with a big stick, not judges with a red pen, just two friends sitting down with you, talking about real life, real feelings, and real English.
That is exactly right, Abel. We are your friends, and friends talk honestly with each other. Friends help each other through the hard days. And today, we are going to have one of those conversations. A good one, a deep one, the kind that might just change how you think about yourself and your learning journey.
Yes, yes. And before we even get into the topic today, Anna, I have to tell you something. Because honestly, this week was a tough one for me.
Oh, really? Tell me about it, Abel. How was your week?
Anna, it was one of those weeks. You know those weeks where everything feels just a little bit too hard? Like you are carrying something very heavy and your arms are getting tired?
Oh, I know that feeling very well. Tell us what happened.
Okay, so you know I've been working on my public speaking, trying to get better at standing up in front of people and talking confidently. And earlier this week, I sat down to practice. I recorded myself speaking for about 5 minutes. And when I played it back, I made so many little mistakes. I paused in the wrong places, I forgot words, I said the same thing twice, and I just sat there listening to myself and I thought, why am I even doing this? Maybe I'm just not good at this.
Oh, Abel.
I'm being honest. I almost just closed my laptop and went back to bed. I wanted to pull the blanket right over my head and stay there for the rest of the day.
And I think every single person listening to us right now knows that exact feeling. That moment where you just want to disappear under the blanket and pretend the whole thing does not exist.
Exactly. And the worst part was, I kept thinking, I have been practicing for weeks, and I still made all these mistakes. And that little voice in my head started saying, maybe you are not making any progress at all. Maybe you were just wasting your time.
And that little voice is so powerful, is it not? It can be so loud. But here's the thing, Abel, and here's the thing for everyone listening today. That voice is not telling you the truth. And today's episode is all about that. Today, we're talking about something so important, something so personal. We're talking about why you should never, ever give up on yourself.
And if you're an English learner who has ever felt like your progress is too slow, if you have ever felt frustrated, overwhelmed, or just completely tired of trying, this episode was made for you. This one is yours.
So make sure you're comfortable. Maybe grab a cup of tea or coffee. Sit back, and before we go any further, if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that like button right now. It takes 1 second and it helps us so much. And subscribe to the Daily English Podcast so you never miss an episode like this one.
And if you have a friend who is learning English, a friend who sometimes feels like giving up, please share this episode with them today. Send it to them right now, because sometimes the most powerful thing you can do for someone is say, hey, I was thinking about you. Here's something that might help.
We love that. We love this community so much. Oh, and one more thing before we dive in. Stay with us until the very end of today's episode because we have a very special announcement about a resource that's going to seriously help your English learning. You do not want to miss it.
Seriously, stay to the end. Okay, are we ready, Anna?
We are so ready. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, so today we're going to break this topic down in a very clear, very simple way. We have 3 parts for you today, a 3-part framework. A framework, by the way, just means a simple structure, like a plan, like a map to help you get from where you are to where you want to be.
I like that, a map, because when you're lost, a map is everything.
Exactly. So here's our map for today. Number 1, change how you look at mistakes. Number 2, celebrate your tiny victories. And number 3, surround yourself with patience instead of pressure.
3 things. We can do 3 things. Even on a hard week, we can do 3 things.
We absolutely can. Okay, let's start with number one. Change how you look at mistakes.
Okay, so this is the one I needed most this week, Anna. Because when I listened to that recording and I heard all those mistakes, I immediately thought the mistakes meant something bad, like they were proof that I was failing.
And that's such a natural reaction. It really is. But let's think about this differently. Can I tell you a little story?
Please.
Think about a baby, a tiny baby who's learning to walk. That baby stands up, takes one step, and falls right down. Boom, on the floor. And then they stand up again, and they fall again, and again, and again, maybe 20, 30, 50 times in one afternoon.
That's a lot of falling.
It is, but here's my question, Abel, and here's my question for everyone listening today. Does anyone look at that baby and say, oh, this baby is failing? Does anyone say, wow, this baby keeps falling, they must not be talented enough to walk?
No, nobody says that. That'd be crazy.
Of course it would be, because everyone understands that falling is not failure. Falling is the process. Falling is how you learn to walk. Every single fall is actually teaching the baby something, teaching their muscles, their balance, their brain, how to do it a little bit better next time.
Wow, that's really beautiful when you put it like that.
And here's the thing, Abel, and here's the thing for everyone listening. You are not failing when you make mistakes in your English, or in your public speaking, or in anything you're working on. You're just learning to walk. You're in the falling down part of the process, and that part is not only normal, it's necessary.
Wow, necessary. Let's talk about that word for a second, because I want to make sure our listeners really understand it. Necessary. Something that is necessary is something you absolutely must have, something you cannot skip. It's not optional, it's required.
Perfect. So making mistakes is not optional on the path to getting better. It's required. It's necessary. You can't walk around the falling down part. You have to walk through it.
I love that. Walk through it. Not around it, through it.
And you know what else I want to say about mistakes? I want to talk about the word overwhelmed, because Abel, you used that feeling earlier, that feeling of sitting there listening to your recording and just feeling like it was too much.
Yes, overwhelmed. That's exactly the right word for what I felt.
So overwhelmed means the feeling that there's too much happening at once, too many things to fix, too many things to think about, and your brain and your heart just feel like they're too full, like a cup that's overflowing with water.
That image works perfectly. My cup was completely full and water was spilling everywhere.
And when we feel overwhelmed, the mistake we often make is that we look at all the mistakes at once. We see the whole big picture of everything that is wrong. But what if instead you just picked one thing, just one small thing to focus on today?
One thing. That feels so much more manageable. Manageable. Another great word. If something is manageable, it means you can handle it. It is not too big, not too heavy. You can carry it.
Beautiful. So the key message for number one is this: change how you look at mistakes. Do not see them as proof that you are failing. See them as necessary steps in the learning process. You are not a baby who is failing at walking. You are a baby who is learning how to walk. And every time you fall, you are getting just a little bit closer to taking that first full step.
I'm going to remember that every time that little voice in my head shows up again.
Good. Keep that image close. Okay, are we ready for number two?
Number 2, yes. Celebrate your tiny victories.
Ugh, this one is so good. And I think this is one of the most underused tools that people have.
Underused. That means people do not use it enough, right?
Exactly right. People have this tool, this ability to notice and celebrate small progress, but most people do not use it. They ignore it. They skip right past it and keep looking at how far they still have to go.
And I do this all the time, honestly. Like this week, even though I felt so frustrated about my mistakes, there were also moments where I spoke a full sentence very clearly, very smoothly, and I just moved right past it. I did not even stop to notice it.
And that is the problem. We are very quick to notice what went wrong, but we are very slow to notice what went right.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's because our brains are actually designed to look for problems. It's a survival thing. Many, many years ago, humans needed to notice danger and problems quickly to stay safe. So our brains became very, very good at spotting what is wrong.
So it's not our fault. Our brains are just doing their ancient job.
In a way, yes, but we can train our brains to also notice the good things. We can teach ourselves to see our tiny victories. And tiny win, that's a phrase I want us to really hold on to today. A tiny win. It means a small success, something small that you did right, something that maybe feels too small to celebrate, but actually deserves to be noticed.
Like saying hello to someone in English without freezing up, or finishing a podcast episode in English without stopping, or even just showing up today and pressing play.
Yes, all of those are tiny wins, every single one. And when you start collecting those tiny wins, when you start writing them down at the end of the day or even just saying them quietly to yourself, something really powerful happens. You start to believe that you are actually making progress.
And progress is such an important word here. Progress, it means moving forward, getting better, even just a little bit at a time. Progress does not have to be big or dramatic or fast. Progress just means movement. Even slow movement is still movement.
I love that. Even slow movement is still movement.
And can I share a little story that helped me understand this?
Please, yes, I want to hear it.
Okay, so imagine you plant a tiny seed in your garden, a very small seed, and you water it every day. Every single day you water it. And for the first few days, you look at that little patch of soil and you see absolutely nothing. Just dirt, just brown soil. Nothing is growing, nothing is happening. At least that's what it looks like from the outside.
But something is happening, is it not?
Something is absolutely happening. Under the soil, the roots are growing. The seed is breaking open. Life is starting. But you can't see it yet. And if you get impatient and you pull the seed out of the ground after 3 days just to check if it's working, you'll actually kill it.
Oh, that is so true. You kill the process by giving up too early.
Exactly. And your English learning is that seed. Your self-confidence is that seed. Every lesson you do, every podcast you listen to, every conversation you practice, you're watering that seed. Even on the days when you look in the mirror and think nothing is growing, something is growing. The roots are getting stronger. You just can't see them yet.
Abel, that gave me chills, genuinely. That's so beautiful and so true.
And the key word there is patient, being patient. When we say be patient, we mean being okay with waiting, being comfortable with slow progress, not needing everything to happen right now, right this second.
And this leads us perfectly into number 3. Surround yourself with patience instead of pressure.
Number 3, okay, I need this one personally, because I feel a lot of pressure sometimes. Pressure to be better faster, pressure to already know things I haven't learned yet.
And that pressure often comes from comparing yourself to other people, right?
Oh, totally. You see someone online who speaks English so fluently, and you think, why am I not there yet? What is wrong with me?
But here's something very important to remember. You are only seeing someone else's highlight reel. You're seeing the final product. You're not seeing the years of practice, the hundreds of embarrassing mistakes, the many times they also wanted to give up, but they chose to stick to it instead.
Stick to it. That's such a good phrase. Can we talk about it for a second?
Absolutely. When you stick to something, it means you keep going. You don't quit even when it's hard, even when it's uncomfortable. You stay with it. You stay committed.
Like sticking a sticker to a wall. Once you stick it, it stays. You stay. You don't peel yourself off and walk away.
I love that. And the people who become great at anything, they all have one thing in common. They stuck to it. They weren't always the most talented, they weren't always the smartest or the fastest, but they stayed. They kept showing up even on the hard days.
And the pressure we feel, where does it usually come from?
It often comes from the idea that we have to be perfect, that making a mistake means we're not good enough. But that's self-doubt talking, and self-doubt is such an important phrase for today.
Self-doubt. Let's really slow down on that one because it's so powerful. Self-doubt is when you don't believe in yourself, when you question your own ability, When that little voice inside your head says, "Are you sure you can really do this? Maybe you're just not cut out for it."
And almost everyone experiences self-doubt, even people who look very confident on the outside, even professionals, even experts. The difference is not that successful people have no self-doubt. The difference is that they feel the self-doubt and they keep going anyway.
They feel it and they keep going anyway. Wow, that is so powerful.
And one of the best ways to fight self-doubt and pressure is to change who and what you surround yourself with. If you are constantly around negative voices, negative messages, content that makes you feel like you will never be good enough, that affects your mindset deeply.
Mindset. Your mindset is the way you think, the way your mind is set up, like a dial on a machine. You can set your mind dial toward, "I am growing and improving," or you can set it toward, "I am failing and I will never get better." And that dial matters so much.
And choosing this podcast right now, choosing to spend 25 minutes with us, choosing to invest your energy in learning instead of quitting, that is you turning your dial in the right direction.
Invest energy. I want to highlight that phrase. When you invest energy in something, it means you are putting your effort and your time and your attention into something on purpose, like an investment of money in a bank. But instead, you are investing your time and your effort in yourself.
And every single minute you invest in yourself today is building something. Even if you cannot see it yet, the roots are growing, the seed is under the soil, and it is alive. It is working.
In surrounding yourself with patience means choosing content, choosing people, choosing an internal voice that says, "It is okay, you are doing fine, keep going, you are not behind, you are just on your journey."
Your journey, not someone else's journey, your journey. And your journey is valid exactly as it is, with all the mistakes, with all the slow days, with all the blanket hiding moments.
Anna, I want to add one more thing about persistence before we move into the vocabulary review, because persistence is the word that ties all three parts together.
Yes, say it with us, listeners. Persistence. Say it one more time. Persistence.
Persistence means continuing to try even when it is difficult, even when results are slow, even when you feel like quitting. Persistence is the decision to keep going one more day, one more minute, one more practice session.
And it's not always a dramatic movie-style decision. Sometimes persistence is very quiet. Sometimes it looks like just pressing play on a podcast when you could have stayed in bed. Sometimes persistence is just being a little bit brave for 5 minutes, and then another 5 minutes, and then 5 more.
And that adds up. Oh, that adds up so beautifully over time.
It really does. Okay, I think we are ready for the word tour. This is one of my favorite parts of every episode. And today, these words are extra special because they all connect to something we talked about deeply today.
So let's do it. Let's go through our 10 key words and phrases from today. Anna and I are going to trade off back and forth. One of us gives you the simple definition, and the other one gives you a real-life sentence. Ready?
Let's go. Word number 1, give up. When you give up, you stop trying. You decide to quit. You walk away from something before you have finished it.
Example sentence. I almost gave up on learning English after my first month because it felt too hard, but I'm so glad I kept going.
Beautiful. Word number 2, bounce back. To bounce back means to recover from something difficult, to get better after a hard moment or a hard day, like a ball that hits the floor and comes right back up.
Example sentence. After failing her English test, she felt sad for one day, but then she bounced back and studied even harder the next week.
Love it. Word number 3, progress. Progress means moving forward, getting better little by little. It doesn't have to be fast. It just has to be real.
Example sentence. My English teacher told me that even making small improvements every week is real progress, and I should be proud of it.
Word number 4, tiny win. A tiny win is a small success, something small that went right, something worth noticing and celebrating, even if it feels too small to matter.
Example sentence. Today I had a tiny win. I understood a whole conversation in English at the coffee shop without asking anyone to repeat themselves. It felt amazing.
That's such a relatable example. Word number 5, overwhelmed. Feeling overwhelmed means feeling like there's too much at once. Too many things, too many problems, too many feelings, and your mind and heart can't handle everything at the same time. Example sentence. When I looked at all the grammar rules I still needed to learn, I felt completely overwhelmed. So I decided to just focus on one rule per day.
One rule per day. Simple, manageable, love it. Word number 6, persistence. Persistence is the quality of continuing to try even when things are hard. It is the decision to stay with something no matter what.
Example sentence. Learning a new language takes real persistence because there will be many frustrating days, but each one makes you stronger.
Word number 7, self-doubt. Self-doubt is when you question your own ability, when you do not believe in yourself, when you wonder if you are really good enough to do something.
I have a lot of self-doubt when I try to speak English in front of new people, but I remind myself that everyone starts somewhere.
Everyone starts somewhere. That is such a good reminder. Word number 8, patient. Being patient means being calm and comfortable with waiting, not rushing, understanding that good things take time and that slow progress is still real progress.
You have to be patient with yourself when you are learning something new because your brain needs time to really absorb and understand new information.
Word number 9, stick to it. Stick to it means keep going. Stay with your plan. Do not quit, even when it feels difficult or boring or slow.
Even when my study sessions feel unproductive, I try to stick to it because I know consistency is more important than perfection.
Consistency over perfection. Say it with us, listeners, one more time. Consistency over perfection. That phrase could change your life if you really let it in.
And our 10th and final phrase, invest energy. When you invest energy into something, you are giving your time, your attention, and your effort to it on purpose. You are choosing to pour yourself into something because you believe it is worth it.
Example sentence. Every time I invest energy in listening to a podcast in English, watching a show in English, or having a short conversation in English, I am investing in my future self, and my future self will thank me for it.
Oh, that last one is my favorite. Your future self will thank you, and it is so true.
It is so true. Okay, we are getting close to the end of today's episode, and before we close, I really want to say something from the heart, and I want to say it slowly and clearly so that it really lands.
Take your time, Abel. We have all the space in the world here.
Thank you. So, dear listener, wherever you are right now, whatever device you are listening on, whatever time of day it is for you, I want you to know something. Life is not a race to be perfect every single second. Life is not a test where you either pass perfectly or you have failed completely. Life is a journey, a long, winding, sometimes beautiful, sometimes messy journey.
And on that journey, making mistakes is not only allowed, it is necessary. It's part of the design, just like the baby who falls down 20 times before taking that first full step. Every single fall is part of the journey.
And the fact that you are here today, the fact that you pressed play on this episode, the fact that you invested 25 minutes of your life into listening and learning and growing, instead of giving up, that is not a small thing. That's actually a really big thing. That is your tiny win for today.
Claim it. Claim that win. You showed up today. You chose yourself today. And we're so proud of you for that.
And before we sign off, I have one question for you. One specific, special question that I want you to answer in the comments below. And here it is. What is one area in your life or your English learning where you felt like quitting, but you are choosing to stick to it today? Tell us in the comments. And if you can, use at least one phrase from today's lesson. Give up, bounce back, progress, tiny win, overwhelmed, persistence, self-doubt, patient, stick to it, invest energy. Use one of those phrases in your answer. We read every comment. We really do, and we love hearing your stories.
We truly love this community, every single one of you, and we can't wait to read what you write.
Okay, and now for our special announcement that we promised you at the beginning. We have something really exciting.
Yes! So we have put together a brand new English learning PDFs collection. And this collection includes speaking challenge cards to help you practice your English speaking every single day. It includes vocabulary flashcards with all the key words from our most popular episodes. It includes conversation guides, grammar reference sheets, and so much more. Everything you need to support your learning between episodes.
And right now, you can get 40% off the entire collection. 40%, that's a huge saving. And the discount code is DEP40. That's DEP, and then the number 40. DEP40. Go to the link in the description below, add everything to your cart, and use that code at checkout.
We made this collection specifically for our podcast listeners, for you, and we genuinely believe it's going to make a real difference in your learning journey. So grab it while the discount is available.
DEP40. Don't forget, it's right there in the description.
All right, beautiful people, that's a wrap on today's episode. But before we go, let's just say this one more time. Don't give up on yourself. Change how you look at your mistakes. Celebrate every tiny win, no matter how small it seems. And surround yourself with patience instead of pressure. You're doing better than you think. Your roots are growing, even when you can't see them.
And we'll be right back here next time with another episode made just for you. We're not going anywhere.
Until next time, live on purpose, keep learning, and be very kind to yourself.
Bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Take care. And hey, don't stop here. Click on the next video and keep your progress going. You're on a roll today. Keep it up.